Meantime, a long-standing legal dispute involving the Grand Bahama Port Authority, the Grand Bahama Power Company, and the Utilities Regulation and Competition Authority remains unresolved in the courts. More details are available in this report.
In 2015, when the Electricity Act was passed, URCA was made the regulator of electricity throughout the Bahamas, inclusive of Grand Bahama and the port area.
The government has removed the Grand Bahama Port Authority from the new Electricity Bill 2024 as an approving authority, designating the Grand Bahama Power Company in its place. This move comes amid a protracted legal battle between the Utilities Regulation and Competition Authority, URCA, and the Port Authority over regulatory oversight of GBPC. Meanwhile, URCA's Corporate Consumer Relations Manager, Juan McCartney, maintains that URCA is in fact the regulator and has been since 2015.
Grand Bahama Power Company has disputed that, and the Grand Bahama Port Authority has also disputed that. That's a matter of them not wanting to have to be regulated by two entities. So the Grand Bahama Port Authority is of the view in their court filings that the Hawksbill Creek Agreement, under certain provisions, gives them the power to regulate utilities in the port area.
The amendments in the new Electricity Act aim to clearly delineate URCA's regulatory powers and the limits of GBPA's authority. The revised bill's language ensures no ambiguity, confirming that GBPA is not the regulatory authority for Grand Bahama's Power Company.
So what the new act did was, instead of making the Grand Bahama Port Authority a public electricity supplier, it made the Grand Bahama Power Company a public electricity supplier and an approving authority of authorized public electricity suppliers.
Now, the Port Authority has historically regulated and approved rate adjustments for the Grand Bahama Power Company, with one of the most recent adjustments occurring in May 2023. In fact, on the GBPA's website, under the City Services tab and the Power Regulation sector, the overview states that the Grand Bahama Port Authority is the regulatory authority responsible for the power sector in Grand Bahama. This includes oversight of the Grand Bahama Power Company. However, officials from URCA maintained that they have been the legal regulator of GBPC since 2015. This discrepancy raises an important question. Why has the Port Authority been acting in URCA's stead?
We believe that attempting to have any regulatory action at this time would probably spur further court action. As it stands, the court action prevents any regulatory action taking effect at this time.
The matter has been before the courts for several years, but the government appears to be setting the stage for resolving the jurisdictional dispute through legislation. The government asserts that the Electricity Act governs the entire Bahamas and supersedes any conflicting language in the Hawksbill Creek Agreement regarding GBPA's regulatory role over the electricity supplier for Grand Bahama. Now, we reached out to the Grand Bahama Power Company for a response on this matter. However, they declined to comment, noting that this is currently a court matter.